Hurricane this size threatens land. The damage can be unimaginable. Loss of homes and other valuables, not to mention possible loss of life. Well, the Red Cross and the Salvation Army are on the front lines of helping those in need when disaster strikes. CBS 46's Don Shipman live in Atlanta. And Don, disaster relief teams from here in Georgia already in Florida.
Yes, they are. And for the American Red Cross, that means they are right now filling up trailers just like this one right here with supplies, taking it where the disaster is happening. So in this case, that's Florida, but also southern Georgia.
Storm, the cone of uncertainty is fairly large.
The American Red Cross preparing for every possible scenario.
And just really been on a planning timeline for the last 4 or 5 days.
Hurricane Ian continues to rapidly intensify, on track to hit Florida as a Category 4 as early as Wednesday. The Red Cross Southwest Georgia region has already deployed a small contingent of staff and volunteers to Florida. More could be sent in the coming days. The Red Cross also sending teams to southern Georgia, where they'll set up shelters for people facing evacuation orders, both here in Georgia and Florida.
So we identify shelter locations that folks can go to, also for Georgia citizens who feel like if they experience tropical force winds, that their homes are not safe. Perhaps someone lives in manufactured housing, that type of thing.
So they'll be ready to roll with a trained team.
While the Red Cross is providing shelter for those in need, the Salvation Army is feeding them. They've stocked up more than 50 mobile canteens with food and supplies. Right now, they're on standby.
If Ian comes in a particular area of South Georgia, then we'll just start focusing on moving everything from across the state into that area. But there are actually already units and volunteers trained and supplies in those areas already.
We're already seeing empty store shelves in Florida, people buying up water and other supplies. Atlanta-based The Home Depot says that they've begun the planning process of mobilizing supplies like generators, flashlights, batteries, and building materials from their stores across the South, ready to send to Florida. And I also asked, how can we help? The Red Cross says, check in with your friends and family in southern Georgia. Like Adam was saying, make sure that they have a disaster kit. Also, give blood. The Salvation Army is asking for monetary donations because it costs a lot of money to make and serve all of those meals. Live in Atlanta, Don Shipman, CBS 46 News.
Well, we may not get the full force of Ian, but this storm